Hi, and thanks for joining us. Please be advised that this channel and these videos are not intended to be medically suggestive in any way, shape, or form. Hey y'all, welcome to tonight's episode of Life Unmedicated. This one's gonna be short because today was the day. So first, I'm gonna start with the goals I had for last week, which were to work out 4 times, to eat well, to mop my floors, to potentially plan a housewarming party, schedule an ultrasound for my kidney, not for anything else. Finish my licensure app and finish my onboarding. So I worked out 4 times. I ate pretty well. I mopped my kitchen. That's something. And I vacuumed. I didn't plan a housewarming because I still don't know if I want to have one, so that's a question mark. I did schedule my ultrasound. I did not even remotely work on my licensure app. I mean, I submitted the first part a couple weeks ago, but I need to finish getting the documentation together, which I did work on a little bit, but I need to finish. And then I did like one thing for my onboarding, but not nearly enough. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 things done. Considering that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were for me, I feel like that's okay. This week, my goals will be to work out 4 times, eat well, mop the rest of my floors, finish my licensure app, and finish onboarding. That should be doable. I think, I only have a 3-day work week, and honestly, I think I'm calling off tomorrow just because of how insane today was. I didn't do my video last night, but I did do one yesterday in the morning, but that's because I didn't do one Saturday night, so I kind of been slacking on this a little bit, so that's something that I am going to tighten up on, which is why, even though today was really rough, I decided to do this video anyway because I didn't want to go 2 nights in a row without doing it, because I kind of feel like, which could be an ADHD thing, I'm not sure, but I feel like sometimes when I make a commitment to do something, or when I'm like starting something new, I have to do it consistently, and if I slack, like the longer I slack, the easier it is to never pick it back up. So I don't want to do that. So that's why I'm doing this tonight. And in the essence of, or in the vein of just being raw and uncut, I usually talk about how my day went. I don't know if I want to do that tonight because I might start crying. So I'm going to try my hardest. And if I do start crying, I might cut it. I really don't know. I kind of find it odd when people like cry on the internet, but at the same time, like, to each their own. I just don't know if it's something that I want to do. So we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, today it started off really well. Like, I went to the gym. I came home, cleaned up, because my living room and kitchen were a mess. Cleaned up. I got ready to go out to the Juneteenth festival at Lamert. And by the time you all are watching this, you probably will have already heard what happened. And so we went, and it was fine. At first it was a little annoying because like the food lines were super long, and the food we got was like, I wouldn't call it subpar, but like we waited an hour in line, and the food was cool. Like it was good. It was decent. It was fine. But then, we went to the main stage, and Wale performed, which I didn't even know he was going to be there. So as a Maryland native, like, I was very excited. and it definitely brought me back to like undergraduate days. He has hella bangers. Wale is extremely underrated. Side note, I don't know why people try to play him like he's not extremely talented and doesn't have a shit ton of amazing music. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But things got weird after that. They like cut his, he said he had a short set from the beginning, so I don't necessarily know if they cut his set short. I know as he was like getting off the stage, he was kind of making jokes, which was funny because I don't know, nobody really caught it, but I don't know, he's funny anyway. So I didn't know if that was like his normal set time. It was 7:45 though, so I figure like, okay, you know, because Jasmine Sullivan was supposed to come on. So I'm like, okay, so maybe they just want to make sure things are going on time, whatever. But when the security or the policeman got there, he was like to the crowd, like, it's over. So everybody thought that he had like they were shutting it down because I guess it was supposed to go until 8, but then somebody said it was supposed to go until 9. So you know how black people do. Like, I was just like, okay, it's going until 9. But when they started talking about it was going to get shut down, with all those people who were there for Jasmine Sullivan, I was like, well, if they're really shutting this down, then we need to head to the left because I'm not going to be there when they start rioting. I'm not going to be here when they start rioting. So then then there was like congressmen and council members and county, city supervisors that like got on and started talking. And that was cool or whatever, you know, they were like, sharing the importance of Juneteenth. They were all black men and women. So it was nice to see people of color in leadership, especially black men and women in leadership. Leimert Park is a very black area though, so I'm glad to see that there's black leadership there. They started talking about how they didn't want us out there and how they wanted to shut it down. And then this guy got on, and I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. I don't remember much. Everything is a blur. And so yeah, I don't remember names. But this guy got on, he was talking. And he was saying some stuff. You know, he was saying like some decent stuff. It was kind of like, yeah, talk that talk. Like, we definitely were ready to see Jasmine. But he said something about like a moment of silence for our people whose lives have been lost senselessly. And then he said, like, especially for, like, our hometown hero, I don't know if those are the words he used, but that's what it was giving, Nipsey Hussle. So, you know, after that, I don't think it was directly after that, but he was saying something else. And all of a sudden I hear, like, somebody yelling behind me, like, oh, like, mind you, so it was funny beforehand because I guess people have gotten the bright idea to climb the building, the Pizza Hut. There's a Pizza Hut right there on, I think, I can't remember what the street intersection is, but there's a Pizza Hut down there in Leimert Park. So people had climbed the building and were sitting on the edge of the roof. So when somebody yelled, it kind of sounded in the distance to me. So I'm thinking somebody had like fallen. So I turned my head to like see what was going on back there, but the Pizza Hut was like diagonal. So I'm looking diagonal, but out the corner of my eye, I see the crowd moving towards me. And I'm just like, first of all, I don't like big crowds, y'all. I don't. Like, I never have. I don't even think I've ever been to, like, a Juneteenth celebration or anything that's super crowded until lately because I've been trying to do more things and, like, not be paranoid and not let my irrational fear of things keep me from having a great experience, you know? And I love us. Like, I love being around black people. I love being around my people, especially in large quantities because that's so rare out here. Like, it's hard to go to a black event or to go to an event and be around all black people. we have the events, of course, but they're like kind of few and far between. And I mean, there were a few this weekend, but it's Juneteenth weekend. So, of course, there's going to be events, you know? But, you know, I was excited to go. I was leery, but I was excited, you know. I definitely wore like tennis shoes because I figured anywhere you go, it don't matter what color folks are. If there's a large group of people gathering somewhere, I'm wearing something I can get active in because you never know what's gonna happen. So I definitely had on tennis shoes. I had on like jean shorts and then like this sweatshirt. So it was nothing for me to bust a move, but like I don't want to do that. Like being trampled, being in a stampede is my biggest fucking fear because there's no, first of all, I don't need to explain why. It just is. I'm claustrophobic, first of all. So when we were getting deeper and deeper into that crowd, so the thing was we were meeting up with a friend of the friend that I went with. And the friend, I guess she had got there a lot earlier, so she was way up near the front. And so, you know, whatever happened, it had to have been going on for quite some time. Not like minutes or, you know, like not tens of minutes or anything like that, but maybe like at least a minute, you know what I'm saying, for it to have even made it to us. You know, it had to have been happening. And so when I saw the people, I think my adrenaline just kicked in and I just started moving. Like, I just remember thinking, like, there were people all around me. I could barely move. I was trying my hardest to run, but like to not like trip over anybody. There were people falling everywhere. Like I had to like literally pick up 4 people on the way out because I just, even though I was terrified, like I couldn't watch people get trampled. Like that shit was crazy. And there was like people with their kids out there. And we were actually standing in front of some people who had like really set up shop. Like they had their lawn chairs out and stuff, which, I mean, to be quite honest with you, like, you know, me and mine, like, we gonna be ready to go, but, you know, to each their own. But it was just crazy because it's like, what do you even do in that situation when your kids are there? And like, there was no service. People couldn't get in contact with their family. Man, I just remember in my head, I just thought like, damn, this is how I'm gonna die. But the only thing that coming out of my mouth was no. Like, I just remember I kept saying no, 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 no. Like, this is not it. Like, I'm not going out like this. Like, it was terrifying, honestly. And it didn't even last, I swear, it didn't even last 30 seconds. But it felt like an eternity. And then, like, just, I don't know if y'all have ever had a fear come true like that, you know? Like shit, I knew this was gonna happen. But like in the meantime, the feeling that you have is like, I don't really know how to explain it. And this is getting to be like, I didn't think it was gonna be this long, but I guess I can't be surprised. But anyway, I've always had pretty, excuse me, pretty great reflexes, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. My fight or flight is like on point. There have been a few occasions where, you know, had it not been for my reflexes, I'd have been, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to God to still be here. You know, in hindsight, I don't really think I could have, I mean, people do die in situations like that. I don't necessarily know if I would have died. I could have gotten extremely hurt. I know that much. I don't know if death, you know, is really like realistic, but you just never know. Like your neck, your spine, you know, like anything could happen. And so that's what was going through my head in the meantime, especially because that's a fear of mine. But also I am grateful that they had emergency exits. So even though like the stage, so there was the stage, and then on each, so this is the stage, on each side of the stage there were gates. It was gated, but the gates had emergency exits. So I guess when people started stampeding in that direction, they opened the emergency exits. So although there were too many people for it to have happened in a less chaotic manner, but had those gates not opened, it would have been so much worse. I've seen, like, not in real life, I've seen stuff on TV where people are like trampling down the fences and stuff like that. I don't even know if, I'm not even gonna get into it because, like I said, it's already too long. But I'm just extremely grateful to have not gotten hurt, and that we all got out, and it took a while, but we all found each other. Nobody got hurt. Everybody's a little traumatized, but we're not physically hurt, and I'm very grateful for that. So big ups to the homie God, because he's always looking out for me. Always looking out for me. I will never go to an event like that again. I was on the phone with my mom, and she was like, you don't even like big crowds. I'm like, I know. And I'm not going to say that's what I get for trying something new, because I don't want to think like that. And I'm still not going to let my fear of things rob me of great experiences. But I will when it comes to large groups of people. Fool me once, shame on you. You're not going to fool me twice. So, yeah, sorry. I kind of forgot I was recording for a second. That's it though. Thank y'all for tuning in, especially to this long ass video. And I think I'm gonna regroup tomorrow and try to, just move forward as I normally would. But yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful day or afternoon or evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.